You ever notice how every so often some new tech drops and suddenly everyone's talking like it's the end of the world as we know it? Like, that's it, game over, nobody else stands a chance. I mean, I get it. Sometimes a product comes along that just feels like it's light years ahead. But honestly, I've been thinking about this whole buzz around Tesla's Cybercab, and, well, I've got some thoughts. So here's the deal. People are saying that once the Cybercab hits the streets, there's going to be zero competition. Like none, nada. The idea is no other company on the planet will be able to make a fully autonomous vehicle for around 30 grand. It's a bold claim, right? But is it actually true? Or is it just classic tech hype doing its thing? By the way, if you're into these kinds of deep dives, where we cut through the noise and really get into what's going on behind the headlines, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I promise, you'll always walk away with something interesting to think about. Alright, back to Cybercab. Let's set the scene. Tesla's been teasing this thing for a while. The Cybercab is supposed to be a fully autonomous, driverless car. No steering wheel, no pedals, just you and the open road. Or, more likely, you and a robot chauffeur taking you to the grocery store. And the price? Under $30,000. That's less than a lot of regular cars out there that you still have to drive yourself. Now, I get why people are excited. If you're telling me I can get a car that drives itself for the price of a Honda Civic, that's wild. And if you're thinking, well, that's it, Tesla's gonna own the world, you're not alone. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The world of self-driving cars is way bigger and way more competitive than most folks realize. Let's zoom out for a second. Imagine you're at a giant tech expo. There's Tesla, sure, with their shiny new Cybercab. But look around the room. Over there, you've got Waymo, Google's self-driving car company. They've been at this for over a decade. In fact, they've already got robotaxis giving rides in Phoenix, and they're rolling out in cities like Austin and Atlanta. And get this, you can actually book a Waymo ride through Uber now in some places. That's not science fiction, that's today. Then there's Cruise, backed by General Motors. They're running robotaxis in a bunch of cities too. Sure, their prices are a bit higher right now, but let's be real. When has competition ever made things more expensive? If anything, it's only a matter of time before prices start to drop as everyone tries to win you over.
And don't sleep on Zoox. That's Amazon's play in the self-driving game. Their car looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. No front, no back, just a box on wheels with seats facing each other. It's like a living room that moves. They're planning to launch in Vegas and the Bay Area pretty soon. But wait, there's more, because of course there is. You've got Aurora, which is mostly focused on self-driving trucks, but you know they're watching the passenger car space. Lyft's teaming up with companies like May Mobility and Mobileye to get their own robotaxis on the road. And that's just in the US. If you look overseas, China's got Baidu and Alibaba dumping billions into autonomous cars, and Europe's not far behind. So, is Tesla's Cybercab going to have zero competition? Not even close. Now, let's talk about that price point, because that's where the hype really kicks in. 30 grand for a fully autonomous car is a big deal. It's like when flat-screen TVs first dropped under $1,000. Suddenly, everyone wanted one. But here's the thing. Tesla's not the only company trying to make self-driving cars affordable. Waymo and Zoox are both building cars from the ground up, just like Tesla. And while their first models might be more expensive, technology has a funny way of getting cheaper fast. Remember when the first iPhone cost a fortune? Now you can get a smartphone for less than dinner for two. Plus, these companies aren't just going it alone. Waymo's got Google money behind it, Zoox has Amazon, Cruise has GM. We're talking about some of the deepest pockets in the world. If anyone can figure out how to bring costs down, it's these guys. But it's not just about the money, it's about the tech. Tesla's betting big on their full self-driving software. They're basically saying, we don't need fancy sensors or expensive hardware, we'll just use cameras and a ton of data. That's gutsy. Meanwhile, Waymo and others are taking a different approach, loading up their cars with LiDAR, radar, and all kinds of sensors. It's like the difference between a minimalist and someone who packs for every possible scenario. Who's right? Honestly, time will tell. But the point is, there's more than one way to build a robotaxi. Let's not forget the ride-hailing giants. Uber and Lyft aren't just sitting around waiting to get disrupted. They're partnering up, investing in tech, and making sure they've got a seat at the table. If you've ever ordered a ride on your phone, you know how easy it is to switch apps. If one service gets a fleet of robotaxis, you can bet
Over. Others will follow fast. And here's a fun fact. The global autonomous vehicle market is expected to explode over the next decade. We're talking trillions of dollars, with a T. That's not the kind of pie any company wants to leave on the table. So yeah, the competition is fierce, and it's only getting hotter. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Okay, but Tesla's got the brand, the hype, the fan base. Doesn't that count for something? Absolutely. Tesla's got a cult following, and Elon Musk knows how to keep people talking. But remember, being first, or being loudest, doesn't always mean you win in the long run. Just ask MySpace, or Blockbuster, or, BlackBerry. Let's get a little real for a second. Building a car is hard. Building a self-driving car is even harder. Building a self-driving car that's cheap, safe, and legal to drive on every street in America, that's Mount Everest. And while Tesla's making big promises, so is everyone else. The difference is, some of these other companies are already giving rides to real people, right now. And then there's the whole regulatory thing. Getting the green light to put a bunch of driverless cars on the road isn't as simple as flipping a switch. Every city, every state, every country has its own rules. Some places are all in, rolling out the red carpet for robotaxis. Others are, let's say, a little more cautious. It's like trying to open a restaurant chain where every town has its own health code. It's doable, but it takes time. But here's what I love about this whole race. It's not just about who gets there first. It's about who gets it right. Who builds the safest, most reliable, most affordable self-driving car? Who makes it easy for regular people to hop in, trust the tech, and actually enjoy the ride? That's the real prize. And here's where it gets personal. Imagine a world where you never have to worry about parking again, where your car drops you off at work, then spends the day giving rides to other people, making you money while you're in meetings. Or maybe you live in a city and don't even own a car. You just call a robotaxi whenever you need to go somewhere. That's the future we're talking about. It's not just about cool tech. It's about changing the way we live. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are still a ton of questions to answer. How safe are these cars, really? What happens if the software glitches? How do you make sure people with disabilities can use them? And what about all the taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and truckers whose jobs might disappear? These are big questions, and they're not going away. So where does that leave us with the Cybercab? Is it a game changer? Yeah, probably. Is it going to have zero competition? Not a chance. The race is just getting started, and if you're betting on one company to take it all, you might want to hedge your bets. Here's the thing. Competition is good. It means better products, lower prices, and more choices for all of us. Remember when there was only one kind of smartphone, or when you had to rent movies from a store? Now we've got options, lots of them. The same thing's going to happen with self-driving cars. And honestly, that's what makes this moment so exciting. We're not just watching a new product launch, we're watching the birth of an entire industry. In a few years, the way we get around could look totally different. Maybe you'll be telling your grandkids about the time you actually had to drive yourself to work, and they'll look at you like you're from another planet. So, next time you hear someone say, Tesla's Cybercab is going to wipe out the competition, just smile and remember, the story's a lot bigger than that. There are giants in this race, and they're all bringing their A game. The only thing that's certain is that we, the riders, are going to win. All right, if you made it this far, thanks for hanging out with me.
If you dig these kinds of conversations, where we break down the hype, look at what's really going on, and have a little fun along the way, don't forget to subscribe. There's a lot more to come, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. Until next time, keep your eyes on the road, and maybe, just maybe, let the car do the driving.